What's going on, guys? It's Michael Gascon, and we're back with Tarzan, and we're working on how to build your lead change. And the first exercise that I'm going to show you guys, of course, at this point, before we even think or it crosses our mind about a lead change, we will want to have gone through the respect series. The horse is already cantering off. You have a nice lead departure in both directions. And now we're starting to think about that lead change. The first exercise that I'm going to do for that is get a half pass. And I'm going to start somewhere enclosed around pen and arena. I like to have a fence. And basically a half pass is simply pushing our hip to the inside while his face is to the inside. So I'm going to take my horse here and I'm going to put him on the rail. And if your horse already side passes, that's beneficial. As he's walking here, I'm going to slide my outside foot back and I'm going to push his hip over here to the inside, like so. I really don't want to drag his face towards the rail. I would really like his face there and release. So I would like to get his face and his butt facing to the inside. Again, if you have your side pass already done, you've already been through the respect series, this is going to be a lot easier. So whenever I'm ready, I slide my left hip back, left leg back, pick up my inside rein so he doesn't look outward. If he tries to come off the rail, touch him with my inside leg and release. You see how I kind of sit kind of wonky. I pick up my inside hip, I sit down my outside hip, so like this. Let's go this direction. There we go. I'm looking up where I want to go and I'm releasing it. Notice how motion over maneuver. If he gets stuck, I just let him go forward. Pick him up. There we go. You see how we're starting to get that bend? That's called a half pass. And very quickly, we would want to get that away from the rail. But the rail is beneficial right now to help guide him. If you have spurs on, make sure whenever he is yielding and doing the right thing that you're pointing your toe up, so he's not getting spurred the whole time. He's only getting spurred whenever he tries to lay his body on you. But very quickly, if he's shaped like that, it's very difficult for him to pick up a left lead. If we're going to the right, his hips to the right, his nose is to the right, the odds of him picking up that right lead are not impossible, but they're a lot less, you're at a lot less risk of them getting the wrong lead. That's why whenever you watch trainers at an expo or at a show, a lot of times it'll look like they're side passing before they canter. They're not side passing, they're half passing. And half passing means, again, watch that hip go to the inside. You see him crooked, you see him off center. Put that, there we go, get that shape right there. This is where we would want to canter off. And basically, my outside leg would put his hip in position, then my inside leg would ask him to move off. Once we have it at the walk, we'll pick up that trot, and we'll see if we can get that at the trot. He's trotting here, wait till he gets consistent, wait till he gets straight, and at that trot, this is his very first time doing it at the trot, and release. Notice how it slows him down. Good boy. And basically we need to build this up where we can get this at a walk, a trot, and a canter. The end goal is we want to get him to be able to do this at a canter, because if he's on his left lead, if he's on his right lead and he can't half pass to the right, then he's definitely not going to switch it in motion. All right, so I sit straight, my body's straight. Now I start shifting that leg back. There we go, good boy. Shifting the outside leg back. Good boy. Now let's see if we can get him to canter off of a half pass. So we're gonna put him here, get him shaped the way that we want. There we go. That was nice. We're gonna let him canter around here a little bit. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna try to push him. So here he's still a little resistant in that canter. And trot. So he did a real good job cantering off in it, but at that canter he's still a little resistant to be able to move. So this horse isn't ready to have a lead change until, there we go, until he can canter and give us that kind of hip movement. And really, I don't even really ask for lead changes until I have that kind of control. Because whenever you start, just like anything else in horsemanship, when you start asking for things without having given the horse the right ingredients to make the recipe, that's when horses get fussy. Oh, that's when horses get fussy because there's no way they can make it. And if they do make it, it's by accident, which again, you're asking for that horse to do something by accident again and again. Everything that we want to do, we want to build the ingredients, put the ingredients in the horse. Hey, we have hip movement, we have head movement, we have shoulder movement. I'm going to shape your body up the same way every time I ask you to move off like that. If we do that, very quickly we're going to have a horse that will give us his hip to the inside every single time we put a leg on it at the canter. And when we do that, we're going to have a horse that wants to come around that on a straight line and his hips over here to the right. All we have to do is pick up that left rein, put our right leg on, now switch his hip to the left, and that's all a flying lead change is. Well guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.